Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Language Arts Gallery. Today, we're going to continue with writing a research report for young learners, and we're going to talk about how to write an effective conclusion for this and for all types of informational text that we write. So we've been writing a research report on famous landmarks. And in our last lesson, we worked on developing our introduction or our first paragraph in our research report. So let's take a look at what our revised mentor text looked like after our last lesson. So here we've got an introduction that gets the reader's attention. It introduces the topic. It outlines the three big points that are going to be covered in the essay, and it gives a clear thesis statement. We've already worked on our body paragraphs. We said our body paragraphs are going to express one big idea about the landmark that we're talking about. For this mentor text, we're talking about the Statue of Liberty. We're going to talk about its appearance, its location, and why it's special. And each one of those big ideas is going to have its own body paragraph. Now we want to get to the conclusion. So what should a good conclusion include? It should signal the end of the research report. We call this signposting. We want to retell the main idea or restate the thesis, and we want to try to use different words. Now, depending on the level of your students, if you're working with students who are a little bit more advanced and you've already introduced the concept of a thesis statement to them, you can tell them that you want to restate the thesis. If you're working with younger learners and you haven't gotten to this yet, you can just tell them that you want to retell the main idea. Then you want to summarize those three big points. Again, if it's possible to use different words, that's always great. And then you want to leave the audience with a final thought. So we're going to take a look at what each one of these things looks like. So first, signaling the end of the essay. You can use language like in conclusion, to wrap up, in closing, or to conclude. I usually begin with in conclusion. I also think in closing is another acceptable phrase. I really use in closing more in presentations when I'm speaking than when I'm writing. But any one of these phrases I think is appropriate for young writers. Then we want to retell the main idea. And our main idea is that the Statue of Liberty is a special landmark. And how can I say this in different words? I'll say, well, in conclusion, the Statue of Liberty is an important symbol of America. Okay, I like that. I think that's very similar to the main idea, but we're saying it in a different way. Then we want to summarize our three big ideas. Remember, those three big ideas are each represented in one body paragraph. We talked about what it looks like, where it's located, and what makes it special. So how can I say this differently? It has a unique appearance, it's located in America's biggest city, and is a special part of American history. Now I want to leave my audience with a final thought. So this is really our last chance to speak to the audience, and it's also an opportunity for us to be creative. Now, we can be creative, but we want to be careful not to introduce any new information here. We don't want to bring up another important aspect of the Statue of Liberty, because if we do that, then our audience is left wanting more. They're left wondering, okay, what's next? And in informational writing, we really want to tie things off. We want to leave the reader with a strong impression, but we do want to tie things off. So I'm going to say the statue is known all around the world as a symbol of hope and freedom. And that's perfect. I'm simply restating or rehashing what I've already said throughout my essay. I'm just saying it in a different and perhaps more creative way. So when I put all of this together, I've got a revised conclusion that looks like this. In conclusion, the Statue of Liberty is an important symbol of America. It has a unique appearance, is located in America's biggest city, and is a special part of American history. This statue is known all around the world as a symbol of hope and freedom. So when I add that revised conclusion to my mentor text, I've got a really well written mentor text. Now, I do want to go back and revise and edit this, and we're going to do this together as a class. We're going to engage in peer editing. That is going to be the next lesson, the sixth and final lesson in this series of lessons on research reports and informational texts. But before we wrap up, what we want our students to do is we want them to create their own conclusion for their report. So this is really well supported. They've got their choice of a stock phrase that they can use to signal the end of the writing. Then they're going to summarize the main points and restate the main idea, and they're going to include the final thought. Then they've got a little space here because this is really only just going to be about 3, maybe 4 sentences. They're going to draft that here. Then they can go back to this template. They can include their introduction, their body paragraphs, and their conclusion. So what I do is I give my students the opportunity to go back to their seat, maybe work individually or with partners, and then come back to the carpet and share their revised conclusion with the class. Depending on the size of the group that you have, you might pick one student to read the entire research report. That depends on your class size and the time that's available to you during your writing workshop. So remember, you can find this and all my resources in my Teachers Pay Teacher store, which is linked in the video description. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in our next lesson where we'll finish up with this genre of writing.